Hey y'all, I'm bringing y'all another video just talking about narcissism a little bit. I had a towel around. I just washed my hair, so it was like my hair's still a little bit wet right now. But I felt the need to make these videos while they were on my mind. Keep them short, sweet, simple, to the point. My name is Shay, and this is my channel, Live Life, if you didn't know. And basically, this is just a, episode speaking about narcissism. The last video I just made was talking about the power of their voice. As we all know, narcissists are manipulators. They try to use your emotions against you, which makes them emotional manipulators. We know that they're liars. We know that they're cheaters or thieves. They're everything rotten that can be. But this is what I noticed. And tell me, if you feel free to tell me your experience down below. But has the narcissist in your life, when you met them, were they struggling financially? Were they just in a bad place? Or even if they had money, were they still struggling? Well, I'm going to dig deeper into the finances when it comes to narcissistic people. If you meet somebody and they are just absolutely struggling financially, they have so much debt, so many problems, they owe so many people, that is just a red flag that these people are not financially stable, clearly. They are not financially responsible. They are definitely far from being financially healthy. Now, some people want to argue, well, no, it's okay to go through bankruptcy and this and that. Look, in my experience, most people who've gone through bankruptcy generally are narcissistic people. Generally. It doesn't mean that that's the case all the time. No, it doesn't. But from my experience, it's the case, And, they just are financially unstable usually because they try to use money to buy people. They try to use gifts and, money. Oh, well, I'll pay this bill and I'll do this. They know that they can't afford it because if they give you money or pay your car note or your rent, who's going to pay their rent and their car note? They probably just don't care. Probably. But I'm going to just tell you a few little snippets of stories as to give you an example and an insight to what narcissistic people are. Now, one of my exes, who I don't think he was narcissistic, but he definitely had borderline personality disorder, which is very close to NPD. So feel free to Google what that is because I'm not going to go into it right now in this video. But with him being borderline personality disorder, he did struggle financially. Begged me to move in with him. Then a couple months into that, then he fucking flips and changes and is just like, you need to leave. You need to get out. Like, bro, I'm helping you with half the bills. You're the one that can't even take care of your kid, asking me for daycare expenses and, oh, can I go grocery shopping to feed you and your kid? Because, how do you even have primary custody of a child that you can't afford to buy clothes for or feed? And you are a truck driver and you make decent money. These are questions that make you go, because based on the kind of career an individual has where that they make decent money, how were you paying your rent before I moved in? How were you taking care of this kid before I moved in? How were you living life before I came along? It looked like you were doing okay, but that's the thing. They make it look like. Meanwhile, you're going through a fucking bankruptcy. Your credit's going to be fucked for the next 7 years or decade. Meanwhile, I'm on the couch minding my business, reading a book on how to build business credit and increase my credit. And you're getting angry with me for reading a book, all because I'm in a better financial situation than you are. You're going through a bankruptcy. What's that got to do with me? You know what I'm saying? And even though we were dating, okay, that's the whole point. We were dating. So anything that I choose to do for you, your kids, it's 100% fucking voluntary. It's not by any means my responsibility. If that kid is hungry and you and the mama can't scrape 2 nickels and dimes together to get that kid something to eat, then of course, because it is a child, no child should be hungry. Yes, I would go buy the kid something to eat. And that's just me loving kids. But am I responsible for that child as far as like hospital bills, medical care, buying them clothes, buying them? No, I'm not. But if I do, it's by choice. And let me tell you, if you are somebody who, I don't know, has no kids, but you're talking to someone with kids, me personally, I'd walk. Because what the fuck for? We are in 2 different stages of our lives. And usually most people who already have kids probably don't even want more kids. So it's like, why am I wasting my time with you? Unless you just don't want kids, then hey. Or unless you're cool raising somebody else's kids, hey, do you. But that's not the focus of this video. The focus of the video is how their financial state is. You know what I'm saying? He tried to make it seem like, he owned his cars. No, you don't own your cars. Your cars are in your bankruptcy, so you no longer have to pay a car note on them. But by that same token, you don't have the titles to those vehicles either. So, you still don't own them. You may not have to pay a note on them, but you don't own them either. So I was just like, wow, okay. And then, he would always be like, oh, well, you can drive my car anytime. You don't have to ask my permission. The keys are always right here. Well, I have my own vehicle. I don't need your vehicle. Only if my vehicle was broken down would I remotely want to use your car to get to work and wherever it is I need to go and do. Other than that, no, thank you. And he was just so pushy. Yeah, you can drive my car. You don't need permission. Yeah, if you're going somewhere, why don't you just take my car? Again, sir, I have my own vehicle. It's in my name. I pay for it. If an accident happens, at least it's under my name and on me and not in someone else's vehicle where I got to hear about you got in an accident and this happened and that happened. And because we all know that these types of people do not like taking responsibility and accountability for their actions, But come to find out, the only reason why you're pushing so hard for me to drive your little Toyota is because you want to push my Camaro, which is not going to happen. I pay the bills for it. It's mine. And if I say, because he did ask, he's like, oh, can I drive your car? No. Well, I let you drive mine. That's the difference. You didn't feel like driving. So if we're going to get to point A or point B, I guess I would have to drive. So of course I drove your car, but I'm not allowing you to just freely drive my car. You're not about to ride around in my car flexing and trying to pick up other bitches in my shit. That's just a fuck no. Thank you. That's basically the type of time he was on. Because I'm like, why does he keep doing that? That's so weird. I've never asked to drive your car. I'm not interested in driving your car. So why do you feel the need to keep saying, the keys are right there. You don't have to ask. I don't care, because how I operate, if I'm going to use something of yours, I'm going to ask. Even if you already said I don't have to, I may not feel quite comfortable just hopping in someone else's vehicle and just driving around in their vehicle. Like, no. Because if I get too comfortable in his car, then he's going to be like, well, you be in my car and this and that. Why can't I? You know what I'm saying? I ain't got time for that. So if I just stay in my car and you stay in your car, nothing should be said. There's no reason why you should complain or anything else, right? So come to find out, that's when it was just like a whole bunch of financial issues. He couldn't afford rent. Or I'll put it this way. When I was helping pay half rent, instead of saving his money, he was going out blowing it, buying $2,000 TVs and all kinds of stuff. I mean, I'm talking about, this is when COVID first hit. Like, damn, you buying stuff like you balling. You know, packages coming to the door left and right and all of this. So you're struggling to pay your own rent, which is why you begged me to come stay with you to help cover rent or the other half or whatever. And instead of stacking your money, you just start buying all this stuff. So then, of course, when he got funny acting, oh, well, you can get out. You don't have. I said, you know what? I'm glad my name is not on the lease because it's a clear cut for me to walk away. And his dumbass, he didn't think shit through. Your name's not on the lease. This, that, and the third. You're correct. My name is not on the lease. Thank God, thank the universe and these stars that my name was not on that lease because I was able to walk away with no consequences. Meanwhile, walking away takes away my half of rent. Now you got to struggle. How are you going to feed your child? How are you going to pay these bills? Because you didn't spend all this money buying all this stuff. And now look at you. Narcissists do not think things through. And I don't know if he's a narcissist, but I know he's a cluster B personality. And shit, it's along the lines of narcissism if you ask me. But they don't think shit through. They don't, you guys. And this is an example of power control. I've had another ex where at the time, you know, it was my first smartphone. I bought a Samsung S4. I bought it. I was paying the phone bill, right? But the only difference is the phone was in my ex's name because he got a discount on the phone bill for it being in his name at the type of job that he was at, right? So, but my thing is, your name is just on there to get so I can get a discount. I'm the one paying the bill. I'm the one whose name is on, you know, the account, this, that, and the third, yada, 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 right? So because we broke up, he gets the bright idea that, oh, I'm going to show her who's in control. I'm going to change the password so she can't pay the bill, right? Now, this is the funny part about his stupid ass. And they're all dumbasses. At least in my case, they are dumbasses. Because you don't break something that's not broken. So, anyways, all I'm saying is he takes it upon himself to change the password so I cannot go into the account and pay the bill, which I've been paying, right? Little do you know, McStupid, that your name is on that phone bill. So if I want to truly be ornery, I can go to Google Play and just start racking up, just buying shit. Rack up $1,000 bill on your ass. Because see, I could pay that $1,000 bill. You can't. And guess what? That $1,000 bill is in your name. Regardless of the phone being in my hands, you made it to where I can't pay the bill. We're not talking. So what other option do I have? And on top of that, now you feel stupid because I have two phones. I got the phone that's on in your name, and then I went and bought me an S7 in my name that I can afford to pay the bill for. So that's what I was doing. So I'm like, well, until you know the service for that other phone is cut off, I'll continue to use it. He starts emailing me the bill, and I kept deleting it. And I'm like, so then he tries to call. I ignore his calls. No, sir. You're mad because I broke up with you. And then you took it upon yourself to try to, because I asked him, could he, you know, take his name off the account and allow me to put my name on there? That way I didn't have to change my number or anything like that. He made things so difficult. I can't do that. Yes, you can. Because I've already talked to the carrier. The carrier said that all you have to do is call them, put my name on it, and take yours off, and we can go our separate fucking ways. But no, You want to be difficult. You want to play power and control games. I'm going to show her. I showed you. I'm from the show me say, I could show you better than I could tell you, boo-boo. So it's like, really? So I have 2 phones. So then all of a sudden he wants to talk and this and that. And me being the, honest person that I am, we talk and he's like, well, this bill, I said, the carrier told me that since the bill is in your name, you're responsible for it. But I can't afford it. And I said, well, you don't break things that are not broken. You took it upon yourself to change the password so that I could not pay the bill. So little do your dumbass know, it's in your name, which makes you responsible for anything that I do with that phone. So if I want to rack up all this money, it's going to be in your name. And guess what happens if you don't pay that bill, sir? It's going to collections. Whose credit is it going to hit? It's going to hit and fuck yours up. Is it going to affect me in any way? No. With your mixed stupid ass. Like, they don't think into the future. They don't think about, this is in my name. If they don't continue paying the bill, because I'm not going to pay the bill, then a cascade of things is going to happen. They don't have the capacity to think things through. That's why they're mixed stupid asses. They are. And I laugh at them. Like, when I think of just the bullshit, I just can't help but laugh because it's nothing but power and control. It's like, But after that, I told, I that was a lesson for him to learn, if he ever learned the lesson, And then he's like, well, I thought you were going to this. And I was like, even if I would have did that, what could you do about it? Didn't I ask you to sign the account over to me, but you chose to fight me with it? So now I went on ahead and got a whole new phone number, whole new account, whole new phone. Now you don't have any power or control. Now what? Hey, Negan. So I'm just saying, like, and that's another thing, what I mean about them being financially irresponsible. He didn't have the money to pay for my cell phone bill. So why would you play games with me like I can't, I could do whatever I want with my phone. I paid for that phone. You know what I'm saying? I could buy whatever I want in that phone. And because now that we're going our separate ways, you feel some type of way. Now you want to try to, play games. But you're going to just hurt yourself in the end, Like, it's just so funny. I mean, my mom is the same way. I've helped her with thousands of dollars through the years. And she still ends up broke. And I'm like, how? You have a decent career, but yet you can't pay your bills. You smoking crack? What kind of drugs are you doing? I mean, seriously, like, they are generally really, really bad with finances, you guys. They suck terribly at it. My mom lost her house in like 2012, all because she's giving money to men as she's trying to like draw them into her trap. And, but they were all luckily enough, smart enough to just leave her alone, And so it's like, instead of paying your bills, you're trying to, she's trying to sugar mama and woo them. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'll pay for this. I'll pay for your car. No, I'll this and I'll that, to keep people around. And it's just like, she's not thinking about the fact that getting foreclosed on causes me to be homeless along with her. These people don't think things through. They think about just themselves, As long as I'm working, somehow she got in her mind that at 18 years old, I'm supposed to manage to pay a $2,000 mortgage off of working $7.25 at McDonald's. Lady, I just got out of high school. I'm making minimum wage. What makes you think I can afford a fucking mortgage? I don't even have a car. Couldn't even afford car insurance at that time anyway. And any money that I made from 15 to 18, you took claiming you were going to pay the mortgage. Instead, you used my hard-earned money as a teenager to go and spend it on these men who are no longer to this day in your life. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I mean by financially irresponsible. They expect you to somehow give your money to them, or they say, hey, I need you to help with the bills, or I need you to this. But meanwhile, while you're being the responsible one, paying the bills or doing whatever, helping whatever, doing what you need to do, they're out there buying other people's stuff, taking people on dates, doing other shit with other people on your dime and dollar. That's the audacity that these people have. And then when you walk away, they panic, they get angry, they get frustrated because they know if you walk away, oh, now I'm in danger of being evicted. Oh no, my car is about to get possessed. Oh no, my cell phone is going to get cut off because you were the one doing all the work. And meanwhile, they're making it seem like they're doing something, but they're not doing anything but just wasting money on different people, going places that they know they can't afford to go, but they're, you know what I'm saying? It's all about priorities. And a narcissist or toxic people, they're not going to prioritize their bills, their home, their car, their job. They're not going to prioritize things that's going to actually get them ahead in life. They're going to prioritize bullshit. And that's just facts. But you feel free to comment down below and let me know how that toxic or narcissistic person in your life has tried to pull a power move or try to control you in a financial aspect to where they thought that they were affecting you, but they were just hurting themselves. Because I'm telling you, it's hilarious. This is why you can't take these people seriously. They exist and we have to walk and be among them, but we don't have to take them seriously. We do not have to interact with them. We do not have to deal with them. We really, truly don't. I mean, it's all about boundaries and knowing where to put them in their place. That's all. And they generally don't like it when you have boundaries either. And that's a red flag with that individual. But anyways, you comment down below and let me know the experience that you've had regarding a toxic person, narcissistic, psychopath, sociopathic person in finances. Because just the different people that I've dealt with, from family members, the co-workers, to people I've dated, they are not good with money. You know, now there's a difference between people who are just not financially literate. But these people, if you try to teach them or try to help them and they just refuse or they don't want to hear it, those are the people who generally, you know, they love being ignorant, you know. Now, don't get me wrong. There are narcissists who do make money, who are millionaires, and, you know, they know how to get to the bag. But at the same time, imagine how much their debt is. And a prime example of that would be like Trump. Trump has all those damn towers. But why did you have to file for bankruptcy like 7-8 times? Okay. All right. I'm not saying he is a narcissist. He could be. But that's just an example of like, you're so rich, but why are you filing bankruptcy that many times for it that, you know? I mean, maybe there's a method to his madness, whatever. But anyways, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I'll catch y'all on the next one. Bye.